everyone? Indie Rocker 1601 here with a new episode of Straight Up Film Talk. For those of you who have been watching my show for a while, I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, my equipment that I worked with is stolen from my car, and it took me a while to just get that motivation to start all over again, get a new system. The system that I'm working with right now isn't as fancy. It's something I wanted to do these videos again, so pretty much came something out of my ass and just going with it. The quality of the videos isn't going to be as great. I'm not going to have as many clips as I did or sound effects and things like that. I'm just going to give you guys more of a raw, straight up fucking review, because I love you guys and I love voicing my opinions to everyone on fucking YouTube and on the internet. So that being said, for those of you guys watching my reviews for the first time, thank you guys very much for taking your time to do fucking so. Now, on today's episode, I'm going to have a review for fucking Interstellar. That's right, Interstellar, the most anticipated film of the year for many of us. Birdman, another highly anticipated film. And last but not least, John motherfucking Wick with Keanu Reeves. Stay tuned after the jump. Before I get into my reviews for the next three films, I just want to let you guys all know, since first time watching, all my reviews are spoiler free. I don't like to give out many plot details, and I don't like to give out spoilers, obviously. If I see anyone in the comment section giving away spoilers, I will automatically fucking delete that shit. That being said, let's get to it. Interstellar, directed by Christopher Nolan with Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, Casey Affleck, and Jessica Chastain. Basis of the film, Earth is going to shit and we need to get the fuck out of here and look in the galaxy and find somewhere more suitable for the continuation of the human race. That's all I'm saying about the plot. Going into that, I will say that this is an incredibly ambitious movie. Yes, it is very ambitious. There are so many questions and theories, fantasies, marvels in it, so much that the running time of it is almost 3 hours. And with all that Christopher Nolan throws at us, there is something sacrificed, obviously, and what is sacrificed is the last act. It feels a little bit too, for a movie that imposed so much on you, with humanity, space and time and travel and all this good stuff that's thrown at us, the last act really fails to, go along with that. It feels like a Spielberg type of last act where the ending is all tightly wrapped up, and kind of like The Dark Knight Rises, kind of like Christopher Nolan did with The Dark Knight Rises. I'm not going to keep going on with it because I don't want to spoil anything, like I said. But overall, the movie is impressive. It's amazing. Well, obviously you guys were all expecting it to be incredibly amazing, but Jesus Christ, like I was watching it in IMAX, so the visuals just took my breath away. Like, holy shit. I would say it's much more better than Gravity. I don't like making comparisons that often, but on a visual scope, it has a lot to offer than Gravity. I really wished, however, there were more scenes in outer space. Another thing that I didn't like about the film is there's always that subplot when you go out and save the Earth, you go out into space and save the Earth, where you got that one crazy fuck up who's just going off and somehow wants to fuck all this up and humanity, things like that. I'm not saying that's exactly how it goes, but have you guys seen Sunshine and Armageddon? I'm not saying Interstellar is on the same level as those. I'm just saying similar type films with similar type characters. Steve Buscemi does that in Armageddon, and I haven't seen Sunshine in a while, so I forget who does that. It's been years. That being said, I highly recommend you watch Interstellar on the biggest fucking IMAX screen you can possibly find near you. It is quite an experience. It falls short of just being a masterpiece for those reasons. For that third act, it just, it built up so much. It built up so fucking much, and ultimately fails to deliver. But I still think it is a great film at the end of the day. Definitely check it out. Let me know what you think as soon as it's out. It comes out November 5th on larger format theaters, and then it comes out November 7th all over the place. Definitely let me know what you think. Let your opinions be known in the comments section. I recommend you go check it out. I still think after that, it is a great film, some great acting, and some great set pieces. After all, it is a blockbuster. So, check it out. Alright, and now my next two films are totally on different ends of the spectrum. Birdman, starring Michael Keaton and Edward Norton, directed by Alejandro González Iñárritu. This film is incredible just to see those two going at it. Michael Keaton is at the top of his game in this film, playing a burned out actor who's trying to make a comeback after living in the shadow of a superhero franchise for so long. Yes, that is a reference to Batman and Keaton himself. Edward Norton playing a self-absorbed, narcissistic asshole who comes into the play last minute. And tensions flare. There's so many wacky scenarios. Also, Emma Stone playing Keaton's daughter, Naomi Watts. Zach Galifianakis playing against type in this. It's incredible. They've gotten the guy from the cinematographer from Gravity to film this as well. So it's so many long takes that it's so beautiful. It just flows so smoothly. The jazzy score, the drumming, you know, comes down hard as the characters start collapsing in their situations. The imagery, the whole Michael Keaton's Birdman alter ego chasing him around through all the shit in his life, and you know, giving him that voiceover like, "Oh, you can do better than this. We used to be big. We used to," you know, it reaches out to that, you know, that sort of person we all have in each other. It kind of tells us, hey, you know, we're worth more than this shit. And sometimes you want to listen to the voice in your head. So many questions about life imposed by this film. So many things. I'm not a big fan of the theater, but this movie actually made me want to go out and see a play. It's a masterclass in acting, a masterclass in directing. Alejandro González Iñárritu of Babel and 21 Grams and Amores Perros fame has definitely knocked it out of the park and made one of the 3 best films of this year, the other 2 being Boyhood, and of course my guilty pleasure, The Raid 2, but get into that some other time. Definitely check it out. It is in limited release right now, so not that many theaters playing it, especially here in California. I have no doubt that this will be an Oscar contender and Michael Keaton will be the guy to beat for Best Actor. This movie will definitely be pushed out to more theaters. Check it out when you have a chance. No, fuck it, check it out right now. Now, on to my next review, John motherfucking Wick, starring the one, the only Keanu Reeves. Before I get into this, I will tell you that this review is entirely biased. I am an enormous Keanu Reeves fan, and I will see anything he's in. I saw 47 Ronin on the day it fucking came out. No matter how horrible that film was, I was there to see Keanu. I am a big fan of Man of Tai Chi. I'm obviously a big fan of The Matrix, Speed, so on and so forth. So as soon as I heard this was going into production, I was extremely excited. John Wick, obviously, as you guys have seen from the endless commercials, is about a man whose puppy gets killed and goes out and shoots a bunch of motherfuckers who did it. It's straightforward. The puppy was a gift from his dying wife, who's dying of a mysterious disease, who dies of a mysterious disease that isn't made clear to us because the film doesn't want to take too much time with backstories. It actually doesn't even give a backstory for John Wick. That's what I love about the film. It's just, it gets you what you want, and it doesn't take its time around. It doesn't have a flashy build-up or a bunch of explosions or a bunch of voiceover narratives like, or back when I was like a bunch of bullshit action films do these days. All you need to know, and all the characters tell you, is that you don't want John Wick on your shit. That is the wrong guy to piss off, because he will go out there and he will lay the fucking smackdown on you. I'm a sucker for these action films, as you guys heard earlier. The Raid 2 is one of my favorite films of the year, so I love it when the action films deliver the goods. Unlike the Expendables 3, where, you know, tend to overdo things and a bunch of dudes chasing their AARP memberships, just running around. Keanu Reeves is 50 years old, but doesn't look 50 whatsoever in this. It was a perfect role for him. He doesn't have to say much, but the things he does say are either really funny or just straight out, holy shit, he's gonna kill someone. A bunch of actors from the shows like The Wire and Game of Thrones are on here too, and they're just having a great old time. Willem Dafoe's in here, and he's having a blast. playing one of John Wick's good friends and also assassins. The backstory this builds for, you know, the universe this film is set in is incredible. It's building its own like mafia universe. They all of the assassins check into this hotel named the Continental, where they have established rules where you can't kill another assassin within the boundaries of the hotel, or you're subject to punishment by the management. All the criminals and the criminal organizations here pay each other with gold coins. There's a cleanup crew whenever you need a dead body removed. They call it dinner reservations. It's all so wacky, so amusing, and so fucking awesome. Definitely need to check out John Wick as soon as possible if you are a big action fan. If you're not, if you're looking for something like The Godfather, if you're looking for something like Gone Girl, if you're looking for an intellectual, fulfilling movie, then please check out Birdman or check out Interstellar. If you're looking for a thinking man's film, you'll definitely find some solace and comfort in those two. This one is a balls-out action film made for someone who just wants to go get in there, have some fun, not think about it, and just have a good old time. John Wick, you've been warned. That being said, thank you guys so much for checking out my reviews this week. So glad to be back on here talking to you guys. I know I've kind of toned it down with all the cursing and with all the editing and all that stuff, but there's more things to come. I'm also might get into television shows, possibly. I'm not too sure. Maybe, depends if I feel like it. Definitely when season 3 of Hannibal comes on, but we'll see where we are at that point. Like and subscribe as always, I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to my friends from Real Quick. You guys are doing your thing out there. Thank you guys so much for still being around as well. Special thank you to all the internet trolls out there who might be trolling me after my review of Interstellar, saying, oh fuck you man, Christopher Nolan's gone. That being said, thank you guys so much. See you guys again soon.